Welcome back to Occupy Reno's The Real News. I'm Kathy.
And I'm Bob. And tonight we have Julia, also from Occupy Reno.
Julia's bringing us a story tonight about big banks and specifically about what's going on with racial discrimination and mortgage lending.
Well, Associated Press and Reuters have reported that Wells Fargo Bank will pay at least $175 million to settle accusations that it discriminated against African American and Hispanic borrowers in violation of the fair lending laws. This settlement is the second largest of its kind in history. Wells Fargo has denied the claims. 34,000 cases in 36 states, minority borrowers were steered into subprime mortgages even though they qualified for cheaper loans. Because of the bank's practices, an African American or Latino borrower in Chicago or Miami paid between $2,500 and $3,500 extra in fees for a $300,000 loan. These fees were not based on their credit risk, but their ethnicity, amounting to what is being called a racial surtax. The banks will pay $125 million in compensation for borrowers and $50 million in direct down payment assistance to borrowers in parts of the country where the Justice Department identified large numbers of discrimination victims. Wells Fargo controls 34% of the mortgage lending in the United States. And as a result of the TARP bill, 11 big banks now own 3/4 of all the banking businesses in the United States.
Well, it's shocking it's 2012 and racial discrimination on such a level. It's hard to believe. What's going on locally with mortgage lending? And
Now locally here in Reno, back in October 2011, Wells Fargo held more foreclosed properties than any other bank, with 366 of 1,900 homes, or about 17.5% of all foreclosed homes. I checked today, and there are only about 1,650 foreclosed properties in Washoe County, which is slightly better, and Wells Fargo only owns about 26 of these properties.
do we know where those numbers got flipped like that?
Well, we don't, although looking at who owns those properties, it looks like a number of the companies, they're like holding companies, that own the homes that are mortgages here in Nevada, are actually located in Arizona and California and Florida. So it looks like the titles of these foreclosed mortgages are perhaps being discreetly auctioned or sold to get them off the bank rolls, so that other members of the 1% are quietly buying up the Truckee Meadows.
Thanks for bringing the story tonight, Julia, and thank you for joining us, and we hope that you will join us at our GAs on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Give us your views, your opinions, ideas for the show. Join us with the show. I'm Kathy.
And this is Bob. And you can also find us on OccupyRenoWordPress.com. Thank you.